The town of Downieville was something I'd never seen. The history that's there and the people that you meet basically is that time when you sit there and think of yourself, where did I grow up? Where did I come from? Why wasn't I born here? When you actually are truly alone in these woods, you know, when you get up to the ridge and you hear that wind blowing through the pines, sometimes it sounds like voices. There's like whispers. It produces the most euphoric feelings of just complete freedom. Nothing's going by. The town of Downieville was something I'd never seen. Has rivers that are so pure, they look like you can just dive in and start drinking out of them. You know, and then the history that's there and the people that you meet. It basically is that time when you sit there and think of yourself and go, where did I grow up? Where did I come from? Why wasn't I born here?
California's famed scenic beauty is most spectacular in its mountain country, where towering evergreens soften the rugged landscape.
My name is Greg Williams. My great-great-great-grandfather was in a tribe of Miwoks.
Long ago, the Miwok Indians found an easy way of life in this land of plenty.
And when the gold rush happened, he came north and came to Downieville and started leading pack mules up into the remote mines. So for me, it's a lot of my heritage and being able to kind of retrace my steps here in the Northern Sierra. My parents had a 1942 Jeep, and a lot of our summers were spent banging around on the dirt roads. And then as a teenager, my parents bought me a mountain bike, and so got to experience this place and really kind of just learn about this place on two wheels.
When I look at this isolated canyon at the confluence of two rivers, there's really only one reason it is here, and that is gold. My name is Lee Adams. Lived here for about 40 years now. Was the county sheriff. By 1859, it was a pretty solid town. Downieville had about 5,000 people, which is hard to believe by today's standards. First, it was mining going away, then timber going away. Then the Forest Service made a decision to move their district office from Downieville to Nevada City. So this community always worries about what is next. Really, when gold left, the reason for a community to be here left as well.
Downieville was this beautiful place that looked like it was just like barely there. A lot of history, but having some pretty real issues with how it existed. Mountain biking was becoming a thing, but mountain biking didn't have an easy path to being considered legitimate there either. There's a lot of resistance to it.
When you live in small towns, people, they don't want to change for a reason, you know? There was gold mining, there was logging, and that was a huge shift. It wasn't always very welcome. It was like, oh, you're the mountain biker people. I mean, there were signs that said, we hate mountain bikers. Greg was bringing in something that was completely different.
Sometimes things are worth fighting for, even if you don't know they are at the time. Yeah, it was like early 90s, and nobody knew about Downieville. 3 of us had been just like riding this area and figured out like, shit, man, people would love to like get a ride to the top of this hill.
Oh, I thought he was crazy. Yeah, I mean, like, you're gonna do what?
3 riding buddies decided that since they spent most of their weekends mountain biking already, they might as well bring others along. And so started Coyote Adventures.
And my dad was like, let's try and get a shop going. Basically lived in that shop feeling like it could end at any second. Now, for those that are watching, that is a virgin pina colada that he's drinking there.
We woke up one morning and Greg's like, I think we should put on a bike race. How are you gonna convince these people? They don't know about mountain biking. And you're not gonna bring a bunch of bike racers down our main street.
Hotel room in the gold rush town of Downieville this weekend. You were out of luck.
Yeah, all rooms sold out over 2 months ago, but this weekend, the Bike Festival is just one example of how Downieville is riding to better economic times on mountain bikes.
First Downieville, second or third?
It is my first in about 4 years.
Done it many times.
Yeah, first Downieville.
Third Downieville. Been many. I don't even know how many, actually.
Trying to remember what it felt like the first time.
You know, the tour company was great. It never really put Downieville on the map, but the Coyote Classic was the catalyst. Like, looking back, I had no idea, like, what the fuck we were doing.
Downieville race was something that was totally different because there wasn't any races like that.
I don't know who was down, but if you're around, you should really get in here.
You know, you had all these racers coming to race this race.
You know, there's nothing like a stopwatch and a timed run for people to really pay attention. The first time I met Mark Weir was in 1996 when we did the very first Downieville downhill.
The duel.
I'd never met anybody like him in my whole life.
You know, the way he approached it, the way he trained for it, the mentality that he had.
I held back on a lot of stuff because I wanted to win one race. Leo Salazar won the first one. Call him Leo Salad Bar. Like all these guys that were like pros, and I was a sport racer. And those guys are all better riders than me. I knew where I wanted to be. I knew what I didn't want to give up. And I knew what it was going to take. From then on, I never lost again.
He was like the Muhammad Ali of Downieville.
This is my track. You can come and try and win, and you won't beat me because I've done too many runs on it. There's no way.
He brought a lot of energy and a lot of media. And I'd like to think like nobody's like, as an athlete, has put Downieville on the map more than him. I mean, he's a 7-time Downieville champion. Can't be beat, won't be beat. The format for the Downieville Classic is Saturday. They do a cross-country race from Sierra City to Downieville. It's roughly 27 miles with over 5,000 feet of climbing. On Sunday, they race the Downieville Downhill, and that's around 17 miles with around 4,800 feet of descent.
No, you think you're a cross-country racer? Come up here. Try this. Don't bring your little tires.
If someone underestimates it, then they better be really fit or serves them right. Freaking hardest race I've ever done.
You know, the cross-country race put Downieville on the map, but having the downhill was what really put it on the map. It's a real honor for people to line up on Sunday and to race back to town.
For me, there's people that just think the all mountain's the most important. The downhill's the most important thing. It always has been because it says downhill. It's cooler. It's just the way it is. I'm sorry, you know? It's just the way it is.
The culture and the people that ride bikes and the way that they care about a place, you know, it really came to fruition here in Downieville where, you know, you could all get along, you could all drink together at the end of the day, and you could all be passionate about this place. You know, the quality of people that come through here is unlike any other. And the level that people really care about this place, I think, is it's contagious.
There's not a day in Downieville that is bigger than the bike race. This place has not seen those kind of crowds since the gold rush.
There's becoming a definite shift in the perceptions in that town towards mountain biking. There's more sort of acceptance that this is economically vital and important.
It's so nice to see those same people and they go, yeah, this has been a beneficial change.
You know, Downieville like has that magic to it, you know, I mean, people come there and they kind of imagine what it might be like, but then they experience it and it's like nothing they've ever experienced before, you know?
We'd had this sort of realization, like you're putting a race on, but what do you do? And you want to have a bike shop up here, but how do you do that? So if you've got tens of thousands of mountain bikers, you have to have some way of taking care of that land.
We started having, you know, trail work days, you know, come and work, we're gonna have fun, we're gonna drink beers, we're gonna ride bikes, we're gonna howl at the moon.
To see where the stewardship has gone, yeah, that's amazing.
Shoulder and pull it back.
We maintain huge sections of the Pacific Crest Trail. You know, we work on dirt bike trails, mountain bike trails, partner with state parks, Forest Service.
Without those boys, you know, this place would be a touch different for sure. Those guys move so much earth.
We've maintained over 800 miles of trail. We've contributed around 75,000 hours.
We don't want to just make a bomb downhill run here. We want your hiking experience to be really good. We want you to continue to ride your horses up here.
You know, the trails is the easy part. It's how do we keep each other here and keep this economy going and keep working families here in the Northern Sierra. This year, we've employed 37 full-time people, and they're all Plumas and Sierra County residents, which is really important. We started a Trail Kids program, which was kind of like the foundation of our youth program.
Kind of a prideful experience, knowing that what you're doing is going to be something that'll leave a lasting impact on a whole bunch of different people.
Kids get to go out and kind of get to know their local areas a little bit better, work together. It's pretty sweet.
Oh, I think without mountain biking, Downieville might in fact be pretty sad.
At the time, you don't recognize you're part of something that's going to be what it becomes.
You know, you don't get what you get here alone. You get it from a community, and that's what this place has brought to me.
And once you experience it, like, it'll be a place that you want to come back to for the rest of your life. It might be like that other places, but I don't know any other place. This is my place. These are my people.
Oh, there you go, there you go. Nice.
I realized when I was a young man many years ago that the business of life was to acquire as many friends and memories as you could. It wasn't about anything else. I don't have a lot. I got a lot of crap, but I got a lot of memories and I got a lot of friends.
We would have never known when you meet someone that person you're gonna know for, you know, they're gonna be like there when you have your first baby.
Yeah, and Flipper and I are up here for 2 weeks. Hasn't fired me.
It just wasn't a race. It was something to wake up for. I built my family in Downieville.
Look where you're going, though. Jesus. Oh, my.
Trying to build multi-generation situation, and that changes things.
Yeah, buddy. Awesome, Miles.
Being there in that place with those people during that time, who are all still like some of my closest friends ever, the most family community thing I have found in this life.
Now you're getting an 11-0 run. I remember that.
Sometimes we didn't do it right. Like, you make mistakes, and we've all learned from it, and like, it's so enlightening to be with those same people and go, gosh, remember when we did that?
We just kind of learned on our own, you know, and after 15 years, we feel like we know a bit. We don't know everything, but we're at a point now where we have enough projects in line that things are happening every year. Like every year, like there's some big thing, but you know, those things started a long time ago. And there's more good things to happen, you know, we call it dirt magic. It takes some patience, but if you believe in it and you have people that believe in it and that work hard and that are passionate, it happens. Sky's the limit, man. Let's see where this thing will go.
Let's take it real slow.